Hello all. So when can we impeach Donald Trump? This question may strike some of you as unfair, but after his Day 2 performance, I think it's an issue worth examining. Impeachment is an interesting thing. We've only had the proceedings twice, and the president survived both times. Richard Nixon resigned before he could be impeached. So the first thing to know is that as of today, January 24th, impeachment is impossible. The Constitution says that you can impeach a president for a number of specific things. You can argue that, as of today, Trump has already violated the Emoluments Clause and some other things, but it doesn't really matter. Impeachment is not a legal process. Impeachment is a political process. Congress does the impeaching, and Trump's Republican Party owns the Congress. The House of Representatives puts together the articles of impeachment, which are kind of like charges in a criminal trial. Then the Senate holds that trial. It's important to note that Trump doesn't have to get caught committing a specific crime to get impeached. Bill Clinton's impeachment proceedings did kind of hang on the legal question of perjury, but Andrew Johnson's did not. I won't burden you with the details, but Johnson was impeached because he disagreed with the Republican Congress on how best to carry out the reconstruction of the South after the American Civil War. It was a political question. High crimes and misdemeanors can mean pretty much anything, which is where this gets interesting. To impeach Donald Trump before 2018, all we have to do is convince the Republicans to get behind it. There are already a few Republicans who might be open to this, but not many. Most are still blinded by the visions of enacting their entire party platform, and a lot of them are just plain scared of Trump. To get Republicans behind impeachment, Donald Trump needs to have a lot of very bad days. Trump's second day as president was a very bad day. There was White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer's ridiculous first performance, where he flat out lied about the attendance for Trump's inauguration. It was bullying, and his facts were simply not facts.
This was the largest audience to ever witness an inauguration, period, both in person and around the globe.
Worse, it made the Trump administration look petty, weak, and easily distracted. Then there was Trump's performance at the CIA. This was supposed to be about building bridges to an intelligence community he's publicly attacked over the past few weeks. Instead, in front of a wall dedicated to CIA officers who lost their lives on the job, he delivered a typically vulgar and ego-drenched campaign speech. There was a lot to complain about here, but for me, this passage was the worst.
I feel young. But when I was young, and I think we're all sort of young, when I was young, we were always winning things in this country. We'd win with trade. We'd win with wars. And then after that, it's like we haven't won anything. We don't win anymore. The old expression, to the victor belong the spoils. You remember I always used to say, keep the oil. I wasn't a fan of Iraq. I didn't want to go into Iraq. But I will tell you, when we were in, we got out wrong. And I always said, in addition to that, keep the oil. Now, I said it for economic reasons. But if you think about it, Mike, if we kept the oil, you probably wouldn't have ISIS because that's where they made their money in the first place. So we should have kept the oil. But, okay. Maybe you'll have another chance. Maybe you'll have another chance. Maybe you'll have another chance.
If there's anything that can unite Iraq's Sunnis, Shia, and Kurds, it's the suggestion that we're going to get it right this time and take all their oil. We're probably about to see a lot more U.S. boots on the ground in Iraq, which makes this statement just mind-blowingly irresponsible. This is the kind of thing that gets more U.S. soldiers killed. This is the kind of statement that might get Republicans thinking. If we really want to impeach Donald Trump, we need to figure out a way to build more of these WTF moments. I've got a strategy that I think might be able to help with this. Trump's beloved Twitter feed is appalling. But how many of his supporters are even aware of it? Trump supporters skew old. I'd imagine that the Venn diagram looks something like this. If you've got Trump supporters in your family, why not just send them a link to Donald Trump's Twitter? They don't need to sign up for Twitter to read it. I can't think of a better tool for chipping away Trump supporters than giving them a direct line to how he actually thinks and what he actually says. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. And if you'd like to help me make more videos like this one, please click on the Patreon link here to find out how. Thanks.